in case I forget. Yay. So today I'm going to talk about the impact of our programs. And then for some of the people, especially GV people and also marketing people, this might be your first time to know about me. So I am Connie. Um, yeah, so I was RMGT and then responsible for IGT from 1920 to 2020. And I'm going to be AIVP Product Innovation in 2021. And then majorly is in charge of internship program. So I'm really happy to see you here and welcome to the mysterious island of impact. So I believe that you have been explored to a lot of places like with Alex, with Xiaomei. So today, now you are going to explore this new island with me. In this island, I hope after this tour, you are going to feel more connected with the essence of the AIESEC programs, and also you start to understand why we need to do exchange from internal and also external perspectives. So before we start, I want to have a quick check-in with you, like which Connie are you when you hear the impact of our program? Like, it's a little bit weird, confused, it's so difficult, hard to answer it. This is first one. And the second one, this is really, piece of cake. It's super easy. Like this is not even a question for me. And then number three, this is this question, like we have been talking about it for a while, but yeah. So which Connie is you? Oh, a lot of people are coming from number two. That's cool. Okay, so this session is piece of cake for you, right? Okay, but we still have people like OGT, Ritvik is number three, Lutip from Indonesia, Wing, marketing. All right, so I see a lot of like marketing people are, I'm not so sure what's that meaning. I hope you can share with me a little bit more. So cool. Okay, so things we have a lot of people are saying too here. Like I wish like later on you can also share with more ideas about how do you think about the impact of our programs. Okay, so sometimes like for me, like when I get this session, like it's a little bit challenging, to be very honest, like because sometimes I get confused about like what impact we are exactly creating and how relevant our programs are. And usually these types of the conversation will come, especially when something goes wrong. So right now, as the time that's like the borders are all closed, and then actually encouraging people to go on a physical exchanges also sounds very tricky, right? Like are we going to support the coronavirus to spread even more, or we are actually like contributing to that, right? So of course, maybe you will also have this kind of confusion about it. So today I want to spend like 1 hour to talk with you about it. So I think if we want to talk about the impact of our program, of course we will get back to our vision, right? And then we are always talking about strive to achieve peace and fulfillment of humankind's potential. And then the logic sounds quite simple, like that's why we want to do. And then how we want to do is we want to put our confidence in views, and also we believe leadership is the fundamental solution. And how we do simple, like cross-cultural exchanges. But right now the cross-cultural exchanges, like it's a little bit challenging for not just only for AIESEC, but also all of the traveling industry as well. So one thing for sure that is we create our most of the impact through AIESEC programs in the past 20 years. I can say that when we are actually start to delivering like GT, and then start to have GV and GE as well. So this is something that we all know that. And then I guess that's also the question is coming from, because mostly we deliver our impact through our exchange programs. So, however, when we talk about the programs portfolio of AIESEC, we can also see we are not just delivering our exchange programs to the society as well. So if we look into what did we do, like in the starting from 2005 and 2010, like actually the first AIESEC experiences reflects the journey of most of the members of the organization. So how we did exchange back to that time is that they join AIESEC, and then after that they can join like GT, like it was called GIP that time, to actually be the go on an exchange, and then or just want to be a team leader. they want to stay in organization if they want, right? And then after that, 2011 to 2015, so that was the time actually we are like, it's getting to the picture that how we are, get familiar with of current AIESEC is right now. So the focus goes directly towards the ELD phases, and then it's 4 programs, and including the team member and also team leader program. And then after that, we are shifting a little bit more focus. Is that the old Blue Man? Yes, it's AIESEC Blue Man in the old version. I guess it's called Eddie, right? I'm not so sure. I forget. Because I joined AIESEC in 2016. Shame on me. Yeah, it's Eddie. Okay. Cool. So after that, we start to shift our focus. Like we remove the membership program from our portfolio. We start to clarify that, okay, local volunteer engage with AIESEC is the way that we are going to engage people with AIESEC. And then after they come to like getting to know AIESEC, we start to develop their leadership through our 3 core programs. And then we let them to actually start to have the lifelong connection. This is the format of how we are actually getting to know how we are delivering our impact, right? And of course, in different phases, there will be also different experiences as well. So first of all, in terms of engage with AIESEC, so in here, actually, we are talking about let them to be aware about what is the leadership that we are talking about. We use events or activities to let them to be aware of the vision that we want to achieve. And then also we also talk about, like, let's say local volunteers or YSFs to engage more people to speak about the leadership. And inside of the experimental leadership development, this is more, I guess people are very familiar with it. Like we have volunteers program, internship programs to actually let them to connect with the world and also develop their particular skill sets for the future career development as well. And in terms of lifelong connection, we have alumni. We also have like a lot of like thinking about how not just only alumni, but actually how we are amplifying our network as well, like in terms of maybe like partnershiping with them to think about how they can also contribute back, like through mentor program, a lot of things. So after we review back all of the phases and the programs that we were having currently for AIESEC right now, we can see very clearly that each program has its own unique value and impact. So now I want to actually let you to have a quick sharing time and also get to know with each other. There are 3 questions, and then you are going to be divided into different types. What does impact means to you? And what is the impact offered by your programs from your opinion? So you can talk about the program that you have been experienced before, or the programs that you are currently running. And for marketing people, you can definitely not just talk only about like exchange program, but I believe you are also have some experiences with the engage with AIESEC, and also how we can create impact and make more people influenced by our impact. So I will send this question into our OP delegates group in the Telegram as well. So there's a warm note. I will really suggest you to put your camera on to have some interactions. And then if your breakout room didn't have people to share, like they disappear or their internet is bad, you can come back to the main plenary, and then I will get reallocate you to other group. Is it clear for everyone? Okay, amazing. Cool. So right now we will, let me check how many, 41. Okay, then maybe I will give you, yes. So you will have 10 minutes start from now, okay? So, yahoo. Mm -mm -mm. 10 minutes. Okay, hello everyone. How are you? How was the conversation?
Right.
Anyone want to share? One chance, okay? Just one chance. The first one to say great in the chat room, starting from here. Who is the first one to say great? Yoo-hoo. Go. Okay.
Okay.
How was the
Question.
conversation? What was the conversation?
Yes. That was really great, and then we came from the different background, like ITT, and marketing. So yeah, we though we think about the impact are quite different. But what impact mean to us is actually like okay, so for the OG's perspective, so mostly the impact comes from how the ISA experience change their the EP life, and also for NGT side, the impact comes from like how like we could our EP could change the partner company benefit or something else. For the marketing side, the impact comes from like how the EY events change the experience of the delegate, something like that. So yeah, I think uh, like, for my side, okay, so for NGT side, mostly when I think about the impact, mostly it came from the it came for the company. So yeah, to do the EP contribution, and then the company like could change their focus, and also the company could change their business services or something like that. Whenever I heard about those feedback and also evaluation, so I feel like quite happy because due to our single action, and then we could change the experience of the EP as well as the experience of the company. So, for the to improve our impact, I'm sure how we could provide the impact that we are usually giving, because due to the pandemic we are having so much challenges, and one thing that I thought in my mind is that even though we couldn't currently provide our impact to the partner, so we could change the experience of our member that we are currently doing the operation. We could improve their experience. Also we could ski their ski like that. So yeah, I think even though we cannot fully provide fully impact for the partner, I think it can current operation can somehow impact our member. Yes,
That's
thank
a
you.
good point. I like it. I really love it a lot. Like even though maybe we are not, deliver the impact that we understand in the old context, but we can still think about how we can deliver some new impact. Cool. So there is some commercial break. Of course, it's not a real commercial break, but I want you to feel the vibe through Konyana's story. So Konyana was a city girl, okay? So she never explored the world before she go to the university. And also she didn't really take care of the surroundings. The only thing she cared was herself. Yeah. And like in 2015, so she found an island, it's called AIESEC, and then the AIESEC island is telling her she can actually develop leadership there. Of course, back to that time, Koniana doesn't understand what is leadership is talking about, like maybe this is the first time she heard this word in her life. And with the slogan, meet the best version of yourself in the endless world. So if you understand Chinese, I think that's a a better translation. I mean, yeah. So inside of this island, like she went to the island, and then she found there were so many places she can actually explore. So she just started to travel around inside of these Isaac islands. So the first island she went is actually the GV Island. So actually something she reflected a lot is about she starts to understand the power of an individual, because remember in the beginning, like Koniana didn't care about the surroundings at all, right? Like she was living in a city, and the city seems like there's no issue at all. Like she didn't even see how how was the life going on in the what is that in the slum area, and also how was the environment is actually affecting people, and how people is actually causing the environmental pollutions as well. So from that experiences she starts to understand actually, if she wants, she can actually start to do more things, and even just a little bit, and she can still change the world. And the second island she went is the local volunteer island. So after she came back to her hometown, she started to realize, like joining the volunteer. Like volunteer is a very interesting thing. Like in the beginning, we thought that, she thought it's very simple, right? You just design the activities, you find some partnership, and that's it. But actually, if you want to make a volunteer program to achieve its own impact, you need to have more researches on what exactly the social issue it is and how we can actually measure it. And also at the same time, you need to find a business model for it to be sustainable. Otherwise, you cannot just always relying on your time or your energy, and then you are doing it for charity, because that's not sustainable. And the third island she went through, like after she, like this is the time that she has already joined AIESEC, like for 2 years, like she just stayed in this island for a very long time. But of course, this time she got some bigger ambition that she wants to do something bigger, like how she is always questioning that how we can build more purposeful partnerships to amplify the impact. And of course, through the coordinations, plannings, and then of course there are a lot of challenges. But however, the people surrounded her, like it's always very supportive. Like they supported the idea, like even though like the first event is like we were just directly changing it in the conferences, and then we increased a lot of budget, but we still did that. And also we got a lot of like local chapter support to make a lot of regional conferences about the youth big forums and partnership with Alibaba's to talk about leadership to the global world. And of course, after the island, she also got a lot of like very, very special relationship and lifelong connection from AIESEC. And then she starts to realize that actually this island is designed by youth and also for youth. And people from here will always find a lot of unique experiences itself or as well. So I guess she developed herself through this impact circle. Like she experienced the most of the AIESEC islands, and then also now trying her best to create more impact with people over the 110 nationalities. So through this story, what the key realizations that Koniana wants to share with us actually is we create our impact through our leadership, and also people get impacted from the experiences. So of course, like different, as we just review right now, like different phases of the experience, it can be very different, right? But however, really depends on the people surrounded you. How did they teach you to perceive that experiences? I believe a lot of people here are listening to one sentence before, which is every experience matters. And think about how many of you are actually getting impacted by this sentence. Like maybe in the past, you will complain a lot. Like when I was doing the GV in Indonesia, like I complained a lot. I really hate people are not on time. I really people we need to wait for like for 1 hour, and then we don't even know why we were waiting. But because of the people there who is transmitting some positive vibes to us and telling us you can actually change your way of understanding it and take a little bit more responsibilities to transfer that kind of impact to others. And those kind of impacts actually it creates a lot of different. So now I'm going to give you another sharing time, which is right now we just heard the story from Koniana, right? So I want you to also reflect on what did you learn from AIESEC experiences before? What are the strengths or learnings you get to amplify the impact of the program you are running right now? And also what kind of experiences do you want to create for others? So again, the same notes, camera on to have more interactions. And then if your breakout room didn't have people to share or your internet got cut down, remember, you remember which room are you so we can get you reallocated to that room. Is it cool? If we are cool, can we type a wave in the chat room? Okay, see you, bye. Hello, people. Welcome back. So, how was the sharing? You can type in the chat or you can just shout. How was the sharing? You can type in the chat if you are here. Insightful. Cool. Excellent. Amazing. Share same feeling. Amazing. It was cool. Okay. Cool. Okay. Amazing. We can see most of the people are back. So, fifth person in the chat who shared, congratulations. You got 1 minute to share what you have talked about. I guess it's I am from Sri Lanka. Pitusian, I am from Sri Lanka. Do you want to share?
Yeah. Hi guys.
Banuka.
Yes. Hi guys. So yes, we had a very insightful discussions. Myself as well as my co-VP leader, and also we had Natalie from Hong Kong. So it was very insightful because we were talking about challenges, how we faced our challenges, how we are working at the moment with the COVID pandemic because we are not doing changes. So how we are going to adapt and how we are going to prepare when the exchanges are happening. So that actually how we are going to set up our back offices as well. And also about each and every one of us, we gone through the personal lives as well, how AIESEC shaped our decision making skills as well as to adapt whenever we need to adapt into certain situations. So we talked about that and it was very insightful.
Okay, thank you for the sharing. I hope people all enjoy the discussion and sharings as well. Amazing. So now, if we look back what we have been discussed, and also you have been always trying to work on and adapting into the different situations, we can see this is our portfolios, and also the way we were trying to develop, like in each individual's journey, we are always talking about how we want to develop the leaderships inside of it, and then how we did is to facilitate the outer and also inner journey. And in the end, all of this results that we are always putting efforts on will actually coming to this, like to achieve our vision, right? But my questions here is that how did we actually design the each of the journey and how each journey was delivered, and also what can we actually offer to the market right now? So I know we have been very struggling in this situation, like people keep telling me, yeah, we can do exchange for now, like our border is open, and then maybe 1 month later, ooh, second wave is come, and then now we need to work on like break approvals or delay the realizations or changing the realization starting dates. I know it's very frustrating, like we are all in this together, like regional office is always observing this, and then we are trying to think about how we can also support you better. But however, again, this kind of decision is not just only made by me or made by Xiaomei or made by regional office, made by AI. It's actually together with us. Like only all of us to have more like today's conversations to talk about what exactly our impact it is and how we can make sure our impact it can be relevant to the society right now. Then actually we can actually think about how we can make sure AIESEC is still be able to talk about leadership in the world. And also this is something that we recently share, like if you know that AI was trying to find alumni to talk about what is the impact for them, like how AIESEC experiences or how AIESEC exchanges are creating impact on them. So I really love like one sentences, like he says, wait, I will also animate it here. Wait out. I need to go out and find my annotate. Okay. Yeah, amazing. So wait. So actually he is actually talking about like, he needs to like during the 2 months is wait. I cannot find. Oh, okay. During the 2 months, he was working at another city and then was given experiences, including preparing shipping documents, preparing reports, and then also during those months, she learned some Swedish, traveled to Stockholm, and also Gothenburg. Like it was very fruitful experiences for that person. Like back to very long time ago, like 1962. My parents was even not born in that time, but he was already able to travel, like, you know, too many places through AIESEC. And also he said that a lot of experiences and also the people that you can see in here, I learned about another culture. I learned about another country and culture, plus was able to experience traveling on my own. The bonuses include visiting places I had always dreamed. Almost 60 years later, I remember the people and places as if they were just yesterday. So I cannot remember, like, I cannot imagine like how my memory will be look like in the beginning of the Konyana story, that after 60 years later, will I also remember like today's conversation will happening here, like the people that I met in the past 5 years, and also all of the learnings and also development that I had. But I know that this is something that's already happening, like the impact for us. Maybe right now we are not able to tell, to prove that, okay, AIESEC program is you know, like cultivating the leadership in these certain areas. We don't have that data, but I know these stories is actually happening, and those kind of experiences will never lie to us. So this is something that I want you to keep really, really in your mind after today's session. The impact is actually in you, and also in the experiences that you are delivering to each people. So, okay. Wait for a moment. I guess the, you know, Zoom was also very happy and also surprised about this, so she got like stuck. Okay, so if we talk about the impact, it's really all starts from own leadership, and then this is just like a ripple effect. When we start to talk about leadership, and then people will also talk about that. When we start to think about how AIESEC can still be relevant to provide leadership development experiences, then our membership will also start to think about that. And then only by this, then our people who is coming to AIESEC, they are telling, hey, what you are doing, how we can develop ourselves from you. Then we can also start to talk about that. And also, I think it's also always remember, like it's important for us to remember the quality will cause the changes on the quantity, and also the change of the quantity will also in the end cause the changes on the quality. So I believe that, like, you know, like this was the conversation when I joined AIESEC. I was always confused because the larger of the people, in the larger amounts of the people that we are going to manage, actually the risk and also the quality, it's more hard to control. So I believe, of course, right now, maybe we are not going to measure the success as how we did just by simply by exchange numbers. But right now, it's also the best time for us to look into the qualities of the impact that we are going to deliver. Think about it. Every journey that you offered before, apart from the logistic support, are we actually truly, you know, providing the inner journey and the outer journey, like those kind of facilitation to lead them to think about how they can be a better version of themselves? So this is the question that I also want you to think about. And in the end, be proud of yourself. You are the core of our impact. So recently I was also in AI transition, like I got elected as the organization strategy team, and we are talking about programs and also how programs they are, you know, doing synergize with other departments. And through that transition, I just, you know, get back those kind of memories that how actually a product is really powerful in terms of deciding what is our impact and also how we can transmit those kind of impacts. Like all of the conversations will always be coming from you. And the marketing people here, you are also very important because you are the people who are expecting to know the market the most. You are understanding what is the change of the people, what's the needs from them, and then you can tell the products people that, hey, this is the feature that maybe you can also look into. So this is something that I really want you to remember. Be proud of yourself because you got, not so many people really got this place from the 40,000 people like every year we had inside of the organization. So right now we have 10 minutes, we have 15 minutes to close this session. So you will have 10 minutes and we have prepared some contacts. They are coming from LCVPs or members. So actually you can contact them and we have already communicated this to them. But still maybe they will have some urgent changes or plans. So if you didn't find anyone in these 10 minutes, it's okay. text to someone and book a call later. So yeah, so maybe you have been experienced this kind of sessions before, right? You know that maybe we cannot achieve a lot of things in one session, but I hope that we can start to have this kind of conversation to understand what exactly our impact is. Amazing. So we see a lot of people are waving. I'm going to give like 3 seconds more in case you don't remember. So 3, 2, 1. Yay. So I assume a lot of people you remember. Okay, so after you open this link, right, you will find the flow. Like you can introduce yourself, that you are from which MC, and then we got your contact from AI, so they remember, oh, where did they, like share this contact to. And then you want to talk with them about the impact of the program. So the conversation is only 2 questions. What is the impact that our program has offered to them? And also how the programs of the AIESEC can be open to change according to the external context. And in the end, maybe you can also take a photo with them and post them on the social media. Thanks for Phileas and also Ming the cutest. Oh, are you sister from me? Yeah. So you can actually open that, and then you can find yeah, you can find here. So these are the contacts that we got. Some of the people, like maybe you will not really get contact, so maybe you can also talk to the EPs, talk to your members, and yeah. So 10 minutes starting from now.
Connie, can you please copy the link and send, because for some reason the AIESEC link is not loading. No, it's not loading. The actual sheet link, if you can send.
Oh, okay, sure, no worries. I will do that. Maybe you can now like start to text to some people. So we will have 10 minutes for you. Okay, sorry. Maybe I forget to activate it by accident. So question is already in the link. If you come here, you can find the flow and also additional notes if you couldn't get contact, and you can find question here. Okay, the question is here. Okay, peeps, I see Lucia has finished her contact. How about others? Anyone is in the call? Text. Okay. So me, Yorgos, and also Marco, are you in the call? Can we move forward? Text, and he is responding. Amazing. Texting. That's cute, people. Okay, so text and done. Text and done. So you got replied, right? Okay. Oh, amazing, cool. So we got at least the 2 responses. I'm sorry if you didn't get any contact like in response yet. But we do have 2 people like Lucia or Lina. Do you want to share? Maybe Lina, you can share. Yes.
Okay. Lina, you can go. Okay, then I will share first and then Lina will share after me. Okay, so yeah, basically, I call my EST. She's on that, and she's my ESTIR, and we talk about the impact of AIESEC program. And she said that actually within herself, she developed a lot in terms of professional development because she's still a second year student, but she can learn a lot. For example, using Google Suits and then meeting a lot of foreigner talks in English, public speaking, even something basic like doing Google Slides, because those kind of things they cannot learn in universities, they cannot learn in what is that like formal education, but AIESEC provides the space for her to experience that by herself. And then when talking about impact and how we can be relevant, say that now AIESEC is more relevant to the changing world. For example, because she is the ESTIR, usually she talks a lot with other ESTIR from our partners, and they talk a lot about the current condition of their country, and then she will deliver those kind of information to our TLIR, and then later they will have some discussion, for example, what actually happened in this country, and so on and so on. So she thinks that now she's more like global citizen, she could say, and then and actually it affects on the daily basis on the operation. For example, when she knows that okay, Vietnam is really good on the economic, let's say, and then she will learn from the ESTIR like how your country do this and that and that. And then like another comment as they say that now our Richmond AIESEC Richmond is bigger. For example, in the IC in the International Congress, before it's only some people, but now everyone can experience that.
Okay, that's very cool, sharing. Thank you so much. So yeah, we can see more people is putting the answers there. So maybe I'm not so sure, like maybe you can always come back if you get reply and update there, so we can always see how actually our people are thinking about it. Okay, yeah. So in the end, I just want to leave these 2 questions for you. So first one is, what is the idea when you see the answers from the region? Although we didn't really get a lot than we expected, but I think through the questions or the answers and also your own reflections, because you are also part of the youth, you are actually part of the impact. So I think this kind of things that you can always question more deeply, and then also have some more random chats, not just only with AIESECers, but also the people who, our customers as well. And the second is, what is our responsibility as Generation 2025 in regards to the impact of AIESEC? So I know this year has been very difficult for every one of us sitting here. Especially we are running the exchange and we are doing the operations, but we somehow is affected by a lot of the external factors. So what is our responsibilities as Generation 2025? What kind of conversations we can bring up into the MC replanning meetings, and how we can ensure we can still sustain the exchange programs, the success, like ensure that once the world is coming back, we can still be able to come back to the core of our impacts. So that's all for today's session of Impact of the Hour program. I hope you enjoy it. Later on, I guess it's like around you will have 7 minutes to have rest, right? So you will go back to where?
It will be 2 list session. So
Yeah. So it's there will be a
yeah, 2 different list session. No, that's yeah. So check to the calendar invite you have, and then like you can go to the room. So for the people who are going to have adapt and resilience in the face of challenges, you will be here. Yeah. And then if you are another lead session that who are going to like take risks when needed, then you can go to another room. Yes.
Yeah. So you got actually longer time for resting. Amazing. So that's all for today's session. I hope you really enjoyed today's session and conversation with peeps and have more of that in the future. Yay.